Welcome to the athlete's secret weapon. Before we get into this, understand something most athletes miss. Your performance isn't just physical, and it's not just mental. It's all connected. The way you think, the way your body responds, the way you handle pressure, your breathing, your awareness, it all works together. And when that connection is off, you feel it. But when it's aligned, everything slows down. Everything feels clear. And you start playing at a different level. You play in flow. That's what we're training here. Not just your mind, but your body, and your connection to something bigger than the moment in front of you. You ever feel the whole season comes down to one play, one rep, 1 second, and the moment arrives and your hands go heavy, your head gets loud, and the thing you do by habit disappears? You replay it in your head for days. Tonight's episode is for that you, the athlete who performs in practice but unravels on the field. Dr. Alex Mercer is here to show us the real reason that happens and a single drill you can use today to change it.
Thanks, Ryan. I want listeners to picture this. You're up to take the biggest free throw of the season, or the quarterback in the 2-minute drill, and your body feels different, tight, rushed. That's not just nerves. That's your system switching strategies. Instead of executing, it tries to react, and practice taught it to be predictable, not adaptive.
Let's make that painful gap real. In practice, you're stable, you're confident, you hit your mechanics. In games, a mistake happens, maybe a botched pass, and your internal script goes from next play to, oh no, and suddenly you're chasing it all game. Your mind gets louder and the body tightens. Tell me, Alex, why does one mistake snowball into a meltdown?
Because the nervous system learns patterns. If most practice feels exactly the same, the brain maps one solution and expects it. When something unexpected shows up, that map fails and the system defaults to high alert, faster breathing, tension, rushed decisions. The next thing you know, your window for skill execution narrows, and you begin making compensations. That's where mental chatter springs from. It's your survival system hijacking performance.
So here's the lie we need to break. It's not about confidence or trying harder. It's not magic. It's that practice has been too comfortable. Predictability builds brittle skill. Adaptability builds composure. Say more about the nervous system piece. How does a drill change your biology? When you introduce controlled variability, small rule changes, timing shifts, equipment tweaks, you force the nervous system to update its motor plans. Repeated exposure to tiny surprises trains your autonomic response to stay regulated. Breath remains steady, heart rate spikes are smaller, and you keep access to the skill pathways instead of getting pushed into reactive coping. Over time, your system stops treating pressure as a threat and starts treating it as information.
Okay, we have to make this usable. Give listeners one tool they can do today, not 10, one tool that builds adaptability and composure.
I call it the 60-second constraint flip. It's simple, specific, and designed to be repeatable. Here's how it works. Pick the exact skill you want stable under pressure. Free throws, a serve, a catch and release pass. Set a 60-second timer. For that minute, flip one core rule of your normal execution. Make the constraint slightly uncomfortable, but doable. Smaller target, one-handed, reverse timing, less ball bounce. Something that forces adjustment. Your job during the 60 seconds is not perfection. It's to notice how your body adapts and to recover control quickly when you feel pulled off your pattern. Walk us through an exact example. Say I'm a basketball guard who chokes at free throws. What's the 60-second constraint flip look like for me? Start with standard free throws for warm-up. Then set the timer. Constraint 1. Step back half a foot. Constraint 2. Take your shot with 2 seconds less than your normal routine. Constraint 3. On the next set, add a breath rule. Inhale for 2 counts, exhale on release. Rotate one constraint per 60-second block. Each time you flip, pair it with a quick somatic check. Feel your shoulders, notice jaw tightness, take one intentional reset breath. Exhale fully before the ball leaves your hands. The goal is to teach the body to recenter and perform despite the tweak.
I like that because it's scalable and it pairs a physical cue breath, and body awareness so you don't just fight mentally. How do athletes escalate this into practice so it actually transfers to games?
Progression matters. Week 1, 60-second flip per practice, focused on a single skill. Week 2, 2 flips per session, and start pairing flips with simulated pressure, like a scoreboard or a teammate counting down. Week 3, add task unpredictability. Coach calls the constraint mid-rep, so you have to adapt on the fly. Keep the changes small and measurable. Track outcome, % of successful reps under constraint, plus a simple biocheck. How quickly your breathing returns to baseline after a rep. If you're improving those 2 things, you're winning. Paint the future for me. Say someone actually commits to this. What changes by mid-season? What does their team see? If you do the work, your nervous system rewires how it interprets pressure. Instead of tightness and hurry, you see athletes who slow down, breathe, and execute. Coaches notice fewer error chains after a mistake. Teammates trust them in clutch moments because they're steady. Individual confidence shifts from "don't mess up" to "I've trained for surprise." Contrast that with staying predictable. Same habits, same panic, same replayed mistakes. The identity change is massive. You stop being the player who folds and start being the one coaches call for the moment. We need ownership. This isn't a one-off fix. Nobody can do it for you. Alex, give a tight 2-week starter plan so listeners actually own the method. 2-week starter. Week 1, 3 practices, each with 1 60-second constraint flip focused on your priority skill. Keep constraints small. Log 1 metric, success %. Week 2, 3 practices, 2 flips per practice, add 1 simulated pressure element, score, time, crowd noise. Continue logging success % and how fast your breathing settles after each set. At the end of 2 weeks, compare your baseline success and your recovery time. If both move in the right direction, keep scaling. If not, shrink the constraint, make it more manageable, and repeat. Before we go, one final push. Try the 60-second constraint flip today during your next session. Film a 15-second clip of your constraint set, post it, tag us and Alex, and write 1 line about how you felt before and after. That's the CTA. Share the raw process. People want to see the messy wins.
I want to see messy wins. And remember, small, consistent constraints beat occasional grand gestures. This is how you train your body to be the boss when it matters.
If this podcast hit for you, don't just listen and move on. Own it. Because this isn't just about what you know. It's about how you show up. Your mind, your body, your habits, your awareness, it's all connected, and it's all your responsibility. And when you start taking ownership of that connection, that's when things change. That's when you are free to play your best. That's when you become the elite athlete you are. Have fun, play hard, and we'll see you next time. Let's get to work.